most intense, thrilling, electrifying sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts. You've been looking for the definitive podcast to call your new home to hear everything about it. The search is over. This is the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. Bringing you the hottest MMA breakdowns straight from the heart of the octagon. This show is all about MMA breakdowns. For fans, by fans. We're talking UFC, MMA, and the occasional big boxing match. We'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and Emiliano, a.k.a. Jive Turkey Nano.
What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of the MMAnomaly Show, No Filter. I'm your host, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and with me, as usual here lately, is Pips Piano Tips. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing good. It's been a long week. It's been a busy week, but we got a solid fight or numbered event that we got to look forward to this weekend. So it always makes weeks like this a little bit better. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. The same. It's been a very long week. It's been a very tiring week, but it's been a fun week because we're looking forward to UFC 326, and man, I'm excited about this fight card. I will tell you, it feels a little top heavy. We're going to be, I feel like, struggling to put the keys together on those final fights, as you would say as a piano man. But man, am I excited to talk about the top half. So let's go ahead and start off with Max Holloway defending the BMF strap against Charles Oliveira. I feel like I always go first, and I don't want to be that dick. So, Pip, let the people know how you feel about this one.
Let me start off with the main event here tonight. Yeah, no, I mean, we've got two MMA legends, two former champs. I mean, two fan favorites here, just fighting for the BMF belt. I mean, I think this fight's going to be real fireworks. Both of these guys have an insane highlight reel. Just some fun stats. I mean, Max Holloway has 23 wins in the UFC, 13 finishes, 13 performance award, and he's landed over 3,655 significant strikes. I mean, this version of Max Holloway is a real problem. Since moving up to light heavyweight, I mean, he's looked amazing. Not that he didn't before, but he just seems so much stronger at lightweight. I said light heavyweight. I apologize. At lightweight. But, I mean, he has fast combinations, a cardio machine. He's a solid boxer, and some would say the best boxer in the UFC. I mean, he's got good counters to add to that as well. One of the best chins in the UFC as well. I mean, Max has excellent footwork, which I think will kind of make any attempts at the grappling a little harder. He's great in those chaos pocket exchanges, solid jabs from the outside, and good takedown and submission defense. And then we've got Charles Oliveira. I mean, he's got 24 wins, 21 of them ending in finish. I mean, this guy has the most submission wins in the UFC. He's officially attempted 47 submissions in his whole career, in the UFC career at least. I mean, Olives is really good everywhere. I mean, he has great Muay Thai striking. Justin Gaethje even said that he was that was the person who hit him the hardest was Charles Oliveira. So, I mean, that's kind of saying something, I think. He's got really good body kicks, nice hooks as well. And he's really good at going for that collar tie, which kind of uses it to kind of push your head down. And then he uses that to just kind of land his own shots. And we've seen some issues getting the fight to the ground, but I mean, he's since improved that as well. I mean, his wrestling has looked better as well. Sometimes he doesn't even need to wrestle. He can rock you, swarm you. And like we saw in the Chandler fight, other times you can just pull guard, but no matter whether you're on top, you're on your back, you're down there with Charles, it's usually a problem. I mean, Charles has good pressure as well, especially on the ground if he's on top. I mean, if you're not defending submissions, you're probably catching some nasty elbows. And all this really has the making to be the fight of the year. And I'm really interested to seeing how this plays out. Ultimately, I think I'm going with Max Holloway by probably unanimous decision. I think the footwork is going to be too hard for Charles to track if he's going for the takedowns. When Max goes down, he doesn't really stay down for long. So I think Max is going to do a good job just kind of picking him apart with the jab. I think he's going to have high volume striker and just land more as well, and the more damaging shots as the fight goes on. And I could even see Max trying to, chop at the legs a little bit. I mean, I think his output is going to be too much. And he's got that power at 155. I don't think Charles is ready for this version of Max, but I'm very excited for this. So give me Max Holloway by unanimous decision. What do you got on this one?
I like your pick, man. I definitely do. I see the same person winning, getting their hand raised. I see it going a little bit differently. Let me respond to this comment real quick from Jack Dorf on X. Do you think they can announce the White House card during the press conference? I absolutely do. Dana White on the record has already said he already has all 6 fights confirmed and inked. He might end up adding a 7th fight to the card, but that's still to be determined. And I would expect that at least by the end of this week, he's going to announce the card in its entirety. So yeah, stay tuned to that presser. And if he doesn't announce it there, look at his Instagram probably in the few hours after that. Now, with that being said, jumping into my pick on the Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira fight, make no mistake about it, folks. Max Holloway is the real BMF, and he's coming into this fight against Charlie Olives already holding a win over him. I know Oliveira always blames the first loss on the injury that he suffered early on in that fight, but I gotta tell you, I think this fight ends up looking very similar, if not worse. Max is one of the greatest volume strikers in MMA history. His pace, his ability to throw 6 to 7 punch combinations, and the way that he layers in his feints is something very few fighters can do or deal with over time in a fight. Charlie Olives is dangerous everywhere. Again, make no mistake about that, especially with his front kicks, his knees in the clinch, and he's very opportunistic when it comes to the submission threat. But he still has very large defensive liabilities on the feet. He gets hit when he's pressing forward very often because he often presses forward with his hands coming down. He has a bad habit of moving his hand down as he comes in to throw shots. It's something that should have been broken very early on, but again, he's gotten away with it because usually when he gets dropped, people are afraid to circle in on top of him. Max isn't that guy, and if Max doesn't circle in on him, the second he gets up, he's stinging him with those 6 or 7 shot combos. Like, Holloway thrives in exactly those kinds of exchanges. Max also has some of the best takedown defense adjustments you'll ever see mid-fight. Even if Oliveira tries to wrestle him, which, as Pip alluded to, he's gotten better at, right? He's gotten a little bit better at the wrestling game and the entries specifically. But Holloway typically makes the reads on those types of things early on. And while they're dry, I genuinely think he should be able to shuffle and get out of the way, utilize the footwork, and make Charlie Olives pay when he's entering like that. I honestly don't think we see the scorecards here, Pip. Give me Max Holloway by finish. And to be honest, unpopular opinion, folks, I don't think we get to see the world famous point to the ground and throw because we won't make it to those last 10 seconds. Give me Max inside the first 4 rounds.
Yeah, I like knockout as well. I think ultimately I'm going by decision, but I think Max could be live for a finish. I'm not saying that there's no way it happens. But I will say that I have seen some of the training footage as well where I saw Max kind of talking in an interview where he was like, well, I feel like the BMF thing to do is to choke him out. And then I seen a video of Olives training, and he's training for the point down and just sitting there swinging. So both of these guys might just have completely different game plans.
We're going to get a lightweight Derek Lewis versus Francis Ngannou, folks. That's what Pip just put out into the world. Thanks, Pip. Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Valadizi, what's up, my guy? Haven't seen you in a while. Coach V. Hope you're having a great day. It's Friday Junior. We're almost through the week, folks. We're almost there. Fucking God willing. Inshallah. With that being said, let's go ahead and move into the middleweight. A little bit bigger, boys. Closer to my weight here. Caio Borralho coming in against Reinier de Ridder. This is a pretty fascinating stylistic matchup, right? Reinier de Ridder is elite in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. If he gets your back or gets on top, he can absolutely end the fight quickly. But Caio Borralho is the young, hungry dog in this matchup. I know what you're thinking. There's only a 2-year age gap. However, it's a very detrimental age gap when they are the age in which they are. One of them is 33, one of them is 35. I've always been a firm believer that fight prime is between age 32 and 35. One of them is just now in the upper echelon of his fight prime, and the other one is kind of exiting that crescendo, right? So again, Reinier, he's about 2 years older, and recently he's looked a lot slower in these fights and a little less athletic. And we've started to see some pretty big holes in his game, particularly in the striking and in defending fast transitions. Borralho, meanwhile, has been getting better every single fight. His striking has tightened up significantly. His distance management is pretty damn good. And he has the defensive awareness to avoid these type of grappling traps that Reinier de Ridder is going to go out there and look to exchange on him. If Caio keeps this at range and forces Reinier de Ridder into striking exchanges, I think the overall athleticism that Caio possesses and the lack of athleticism that Reinier de Ridder possesses and the speed advantage of Caio should really start to show. I probably see this one being a decision fight. I think Caio edges it out and gets the dub over RDR. What are you thinking, Pip?
I like how we're starting this, but yeah, I mean, for the co-main event, Caio Borralho versus RDR. I mean, both men are very well-rounded with kind of like you said, two completely different styles. I mean, Borralho is more of a karate striker style. I mean, he's got a black belt in BJJ as well, but he's got quick striking. I think he's going to be the sharper boxer here. He's got really good counters as well. He's got good in and out footwork. He's got some power as well. RDR is a great grappler. He's got an elite level BJJ game. One of those few fighters that's got dangerous submissions off his back. I mean, he's really good with the inverted triangles and arm bars. He does a lot of great work in the clinch as well. I mean, good knees to the body, very physically strong. He's got good body lock takedowns as well against the fight. But I think there's going to be a difference on the striking on the side of Caio. I think we see the RDR submissions game is better, but I think Caio can do a better job at just kind of gauging the distance. I think he can use good footwork to kind of stay off the fence, which I think that's going to be a big key. Is just he needs to stay off the fence at all times. Just really avoid those grappling exchanges. I think if he gets the knockdown, he'll be smart enough to just walk away. We saw him do that in the Paul Craig fight where he would knock him down, let him back up to his feet. And I mean, even Paul Craig's jiu-jitsu isn't to the same game as RDR. But he'll have the looping hooks as he circles out to the side. He's going to utilize the body kicks. And now we do have kind of a potential cardio issue as well from RDR. And that's kind of my biggest red flag in this. RDR's last fight, he didn't get off the stool, as a matter of fact, against Brendan Allen. And I don't know if that issue's been fixed. I know that, it's kind of one of those things where he cut weight, 5 times in that year and whatnot, and had a lot of activity. But
he got the brakes beat off of him, bro.
He did. I mean, he's 35. He's had some wars, but I think Caio's just going to be the fresher guy, kind of as you alluded to earlier. But I'm going with Caio by decision.
All day, bro. So I just got hit up on my cell. UFC roster watch just posted about 10 minutes ago. Fight announced: Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira. We have confirmation that this fight will be announced for the White House card.
Oh shit!
Did I call that? That's crazy, bro.
That's breaking news. I was going Pereira versus Gon for the White House. That made the most sense.
I wouldn't have been mad at it. I definitely would not have been mad at it.
They say they're headlining?
It does not say whether they're headlining or not. Yeah. But man. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah. Gotta call him Mr. Golan after that one.
I hate to say I told you so on that one, but man, I feel like there's a lot of these calls that are coming true lately.
Yep.
Brother, that's fun. That's fun. I knew it was going to happen on the White House card, and I'll tell you why I knew it was going to happen. Because Dana and Donald, Double D, they want and need an American, especially if an American is headlining against a non-American. They need the American to win. And Jon Jones will beat the brakes off of Alex Pereira. John made a career off of beating middleweights that came up to light heavyweight. And now he's doing the same thing in heavyweight. But now he's going to do that to another middleweight that came up 2 weight classes. I mean, give the man his roses. I'm not a fan, but hey, he's a smart businessman. He's a smart businessman, that Jon Jones. You got to respect it. Being in corporate America myself, you got to respect a good businessman, and he knows how to do business. So good for him. Good for him. Now I think this next fight might end up being one where we disagree. But real quick, Chris Cushman, I won't believe it until Marcel or Nolan King report it. Be careful who you get your announcements from. Brother, I'm not 100% sold on it. I don't ever believe anything until Marcel Dorf posts it. He's the one source of truth. I trust him over the UFC website, if I'm being honest with you. Takes Insider, my guy. Owen, just wanted to let y'all know that if you're ever pull up to that McDonald's in Arizona where Daniel Zellhuber now works. I was wondering who that was in the picture now. He'll make sure your fries are fresh, salted, and extra crispy. I got McDonald's for the first time in many months today because I was just feeling very lazy and wanted an easy lunch. So it was delicious. It definitely hit the spot. Yeah, Chris, I've been hurt and wronged enough by some of these other MMA Twitter accounts. Marcel's the guy. Marcel's the only one that I ever trust. Like when I'm doing my fantasy MMA draft, I always tell people, hey guys, this is how I'm doing my research. I go to Marcel Dorf's page. I try and draft fighters that I know are going to fight this season, the H1 or H2 whenever we're doing it. And if it's not on there, I'm not trusting it, The secondary is Tapology. And a lot of times, they don't have it nearly as quickly as Marcel Dorf has it updated. So I digress. Let's move on down into the little guys here. Let's talk about bantamweight. Rob Font. Hobby Font. What's that?
Gotta go give that boy a follow.
Oh, dude, Marcel Dorf is the fucking guy. If you're not already following him, I'll send you his page after this. Hob Fonch coming in against Raul Rosas Jr. I mean, what is there to say about Raul Rosas Jr., right? I mean, he's young. He's 21 years old. He's exciting. He's, you know, he is Chihuahuas. How do you see this one going? I'm gonna let you take the lead on this because I feel like this is where we're gonna split.
Yeah, I mean, this is it's an interesting match. I mean, this is a striker versus grappler match all day for this. Rob Font, who's a really technical boxer, he's coming off a loss against David the Doctor Martinez. But before that, I mean, he had a hard-fought victory over Jin Matsumoto. Rob Font. I mean, he's a tough vet. I mean, he's got a lot of experience in there. He's got a really good jab and a nice right hand behind it as well. I mean, Font's goal is to kind of overrun you with pressure, you know, catch you moving backwards. And his pressure is really what's, you know, good for that kind of style with wrestlers overall. I mean, he's got a wide base. His hips are back. He kind of leans his head forward a little bit. And against Raul Rosas Jr., I mean, he's a very strong grappler. He more looks for just kind of positional dominance. He's got some okay striking, but he's kind of looking to get you to the ground and just kind of, you know, hold you or try and take your back. I mean, he's got some good elbows or shots from up top, but mainly he's kind of just looking to hold you down. If the submission presents itself, you know, he might grab it. But I think the match, I'm leaning towards the side of Rob Font. I think he's going to be pressuring Rosas against the fence. I think he's going to have a very wide base, and his hips are just going to be too far. I see Rob Font just kind of landing some sharp 1-2s on the feet. Maybe he goes to the clinch and lands some knees. But if Rosa takes Rob down, he'll kind of grab an arm, maybe go for a Kimura. I think it's going to be just effective enough to kind of stand up. But I'm going with Rob Font by decision. Who you got on this one, Owen?
I got Dixon Sider about to give me a fucking coughing fit because of how much he's making me laugh over here. Yeah. He said Raul Jandy Rosas Jr. tucked Ricky Tercios at elevation to Mexico City. Hashtag BFO. Hashtag Big Facts Only. Oh, man. Raul Jandy Rosas, wild, bro. I mean, you got to get Verna Jandiroba, Kakara, Raul Rosas Jr., Chihuahuas, and Rob Schneider in the same room just to do a quick group pick. Come on. It'd be like a family photo. Single dad with his 2 kids. I'm the fucking worst. Look, man, this is my dog of the week, right? I got Rob Font all day. Rob has one of the best jabs in the entire UFC, not just bantamweight, in the entire UFC. The guy weaponizes his jab better than almost anyone, especially in the weight class. On the other side, you got Raul Rosas Jr., who is incredibly talented, but still very young, very green, and still developing. He's only 21 years old, right? Rosas' grappling is legit, as you alluded to. His wrestling entries, his back takes, they're very good. But his striking is still very much a work in progress, and Font is exactly the type of fighter that can exploit that. Font's jab, his volume boxing, his experience against elite-level bantamweights should definitely give him the edge in this competition. And I think if he can keep this fight standing, even for 50% of it, he should be able to touch Rosas up all night. Give me Rob Font in the upset. I just think this is easy money on this one. You know what? Let me look up. What are the odds on this guy? What are the odds on this? Let's see.
Rob Font probably is the dog, isn't he?
He is.
I'm going to have to make another bet on this one.
It's a moment of truth here. What is my password?
Just let Google save that shit.
Boom. Got it. Only took 2. Ladies and gentlemen. We're fucking cooking. That means the bets are definitely going to hit. Let's see here. Hobby Fonch. Plus 210? Oh, mama, take my money. Yeah, we're putting a unit on that.
What is it by knockout?
Oh, by knockout, I like. Am I going to double down on this? Let's see.
Because I could see that happening. I think ultimately I got to go with decision, but I could see it happening.
Rob Font. Dude, Rob Font just inside the distance is plus 575. That's fucking awesome.
He's a big dog.
KO. Rob Font by KO, TKO, or DQ is plus 600. I like inside the distance better because it's not that much different. And if he gets this guy, it's rocked. I could see him subbing him just to prove a point. Yeah, I already put a unit on him just flat out. If you put a half unit on him, let's see here. You win 2.88 units. So again, if you have $50 units, right? You put 25 on this, you get 143 back.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just put a half unit on that. That's locked in.
Kind of juicy.
That's hella juice, bro. I like that a lot. That takedown defense is the problem. I don't think I can trust it. Chiwiwis for the win. After reading that comment out loud, I just realized I need another soundbite. I need the "Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby." I need that for comments like that. Why would you do that, Jax? Why would you even throw that out there, bro? I was trying to ignore the elephant in the room, but I mean, you raised this fucking trunk real quick. All right, well, that's already locked in, so we're not turning around after this. Jax, I'm interested to hear your take on this. That's funny. We have a lightweight bout between Drew Dober and Michael Johnson. Good old Michael Jansen. Look, this fight is guaranteed violence, right? Michael Johnson has always had blazing fast hand speed. He's got that noteworthy win over Dustin Poirier where he knocked him the hell out. He's got slick boxing, but Drew Dober's just one of the most durable fighters in the division. The dude looks like the Crimson Chin, right? And unfortunately, I'm not even making a joke here. Other people have said this. Drew Dober is like pretty much undefeated against black guys. There's no joke to be made there. That's a real thing. You can look it up. It's a fact. So I'm a big fan of going for the mythical fighter, C-level Kane, salon quality Dustin Poirier. I'm convinced that's why he lost his last few fights to the UFC. He shaved off the nice do. You know what I'm saying? No more salon quality. He went back. He reverted. So, all jokes aside, stylistically, I think it favors Dober. He cuts the cage off extremely well. Those heavy body shots that often set up the hooks to the top. He'll do the 1, 2, 3, right? And his power carries late into the fight. So if the fight goes on and drags on, he's still got that ability to knock him out later. Johnson historically struggles when opponents pressure him and force exchanges and kind of don't let him find the distance. Don't let him settle into the fight. And that's exactly the kind of fight that Dober likes and thrives in. So give me Dober by knockout in this one. Pip, am I crazy?
I don't think you're crazy at all. So, I mean, outside of Max and Oliveira, I think this has potential to be fight of the night. Both of these dudes they're always exciting. Drew Dober's a fan favorite. For good reason as well. Heavy brawler, just pushes a lot of pace and just unloads some shots. Doesn't really matter if he's landing or missing, winning or losing. This dude just throws overhands and hooks like you owe him money. If that left hook lands, it's usually a problem. Against Michael Johnson, he's an absolute vet. He's been fighting the UFC since 2010. And he's actually doing pretty well right now. He's on a 3-fight winning streak. Johnson is fast. He's powerful. More of a striker at this point, but he's not a bad grappler offensively. He's got decent head movement against straight shots and counters with that as well. He has a sharp left hand. Likes to push forward, push the pace, and just kind of stay busy. Jab to the body, jab up top, and then the left hand usually comes behind it. Just a very sharp boxer. But I feel like both of these guys are kind of bringing their own kryptonite in a sense. Johnson is very effective for when you see him beat guys like Zell Huber. He's just really effective when it comes to those straight shots. He's got wins over Tony Ferguson and Dustin Poirier, but lost as well to Justin Gaethje, Josh Emmett, and Clay Guida, which are more they throw a lot more overhands and looping shots compared to straight shots. Drew Dober does better in those chaos exchanges. And you can see him when he gets caught with straight punches. And we saw that against the Gene Selva. Straight hands that got through, an elbow that got through that was just really tight right up the middle. This is a fight that I probably would not bet on. But I'm going with Drew Dober just because I think, like you alluded to, I think he's a little bit more durable. He throws a lot of looping shots and overhands and just doesn't really care. And my kind of reasoning why I'm going with Drew Dober though is, I mean, Michael Johnson, I feel like could KO Ngannou, but gets submitted by McGregor. You think he's on a 3-fight winning streak that he could do it, but I could even see Drew Dober by getting a submission, just because I think it's going to be that much of a wild fight. I don't think this fight's going to make any sense. I just think we're just going to see Drew put on a firefight and then capitalize, maybe even on a poorly timed takedown as well and catch a neck. But I'm going with Drew Dober somehow at some point inside the distance.
Bro, this comment, literally, I don't know if you can tell how red my face is now. It's because I read this comment. It's just like fucking cracked up. Drew Dober is a great dog to pick, and this fight just is just outside of Black History Month. So Johnson loses a little juice. I might lean Dober, respectfully. Yeah, he's my dog of the week. I didn't even take into account those reasons, but thanks, Jax. Just extra salt, extra juice. Maybe Hobby Fanch's significant strike ladder. I haven't seen the numbers or prices though; they're not out yet. So I've got over 25.5 strikes for Hobby Fanch, and it's minus 140. So make note of that for me, Dixon. We're going to parlay that with something else. I just need you to tell me what else. I feel like you're the prop master, bro. Like I'm more of like a straight pick or finish guy, but I don't know if you were watching the show when this guy used to come in. Dixon Sider will just randomly pop in out of nowhere, be silent for like 40 minutes of the show, and then be like, this is a parlay I'm doing. And it's like 3 random fucking props. And then he comes back in next week and he's like, remember that bet? Cash. Like every fucking time. Dude just prints money when he makes these props.
I was going to say, they usually hit.
Dude, he's so good with it.
I see him every now and then pop up in the chat. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's got, I think, at least in my chat for the ones he posts, I think he's got like a 75 or 80% win rate. He hits a lot more often than he doesn't. So every time he posts, I'm happy to see it. With drop that, drop your bets. Drop your bets. I don't think I'm going to bet on this Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson fight, unless there's any good props. But I don't know, man. I'm feeling iffy on it. The next one though, middleweight bout between Gregory Hobocop Rodrigues coming in against Brunno the Hulk Ferreira. This is a fun fight. This is a very fun fight. I think I went first on the last one. So, Pip, what are you thinking on this one, big guy?
Yeah, I mean, RoboCop versus Ferreira. I mean, we got a rematch here. I mean, we saw Brunno get the huge upset when they fought the first time, landed that nasty straight hand, and just got the finish. But to add to that, I mean, that fight was 3 years ago. I think that's enough time to see improvements on both sides, but I think RoboCop has just made the better adjustments. Both of these guys are 4-1 in their last 5. RoboCop has showed a lot of improvement over the last few fights. I mean, he's improved the striking. He's got the win over Jack Hermanson, which was a nasty KO, and just able to outstrike Kopylov as well. I mean, he's improved his jab. He's a little bit more patient since their last fight as well. And he's a decent grappler as well. So, I mean, he doesn't really just need to rely on his striking. I mean, he's got heavy pressure. And he's looked pretty good now on a 2-fight win streak. With that being said, and Brunno Ferreira is a wild striker. I mean, heavy-handed. He's got a good bounce to his step. Loves those wild exchanges. Good knees, even some good spinning elbows and back fists. He does have a good right hook counters as well, and he's not a bad grappler either. He's got some good sweeps, decent submissions as well. Able to get back to his feet. Definitely more of a chaos creating kickboxer, I would say. He's not a guy that needs to be on the gas, and we've also seen him kind of get some crazy knockouts off the fence. Granted, he is typically on the gas. But I think the cardio has been an issue for Brunno Ferreira recently. Ultimately, I think RoboCop is just going to be able to kind of walk down Brunno. I think he's going to have the advantage in the clinch. I think he's going to win this fight by KO, just on the opposite side. So KO again, just on the opposite side. But I think Bruno's going to be on the wrong side of that. So give me RoboCop by. I'm going with the 3rd round knockout. What do you got on this?
I completely agree with you on this one, man. This fight should be chaos from start to finish for as long as it lasts. I think Gregory Hobocop Rodrigues is dangerous, but so is Brunno Ferreira, right? The difference for me is that Ferreira tends to telegraph and load up on his punches from like a mile away, right? Rodrigues is explosive, but he's also a lot more technically sound. He's got solid grappling, big power, and I think he's been in deeper waters before, right? Even though he's 0-1 in the series so far, I think he evens up the series. I think they set it up for a trilogy. I think if Hobocop survives the early exchanges, he should be able to capitalize on those telegraph shots and flow into something and just land something big. Making the walk here, Jack said, I think Robocop evens up the series, throws in his grappling, which Brunno struggles with at times. I completely agree with this comment. 100%. Dixon, I like where your head's at with Robocop decision, but I'm not sure, man. I just think that he's going to go out here aggressive, and I think that Brunno does leave his chin up. He's got a bad habit of when he does get hit, instead of doing this when he backs away, he does this, and that's a recipe for disaster with someone that throws wild looping overhands like Gregory Robocop Rodrigues. Robocop Rodrigues. I think he's going to go out here and get the knockout. I think he's going to get this one back, and I'm excited as fuck to see it. Now, let's move into... Are we in the prelims? We are in the prelims.
I think so. Featured prelim of the night.
We're in the end game now. Bantamweight bout between Cody No Love Garbrandt, my guy, coming in against Xiao, which also a fun name to say, but gotta tell you, Cody Garbrandt, big fan. I gotta tell you right now, I'm gonna pour up a shot to this because, I mean, we have to talk about this before we talk about this fight. When you think about your favorite MMA performances, like, of all time, I know you have at least one to three that come to mind, right? And you remember where you were, what you were doing when you watched it, which one of the boys were there watching it with you. For me, it was me sitting on the couch in San Jose, California, watching a performance with my boy Drew, who's been to every international fight week I've gone to with me. He still flies out now that we moved out to San Diego to watch the fights with us. We're driving up there next weekend. We're going to watch the fights with him there. And it's Cody Garbrandt versus Dominick Cruz, because I love Cody Garbrandt. I was a big fan of him. He, my boy Drew, he hates Team Alpha Male, calls him Team Alpha Fail. Big Dominick Cruz fan. It's his favorite fighter of all time. Him and Conor McGregor. And brother, watching that performance was genuinely one of the just most blissful MMA moments of my memory. Seeing him style on him, he was hitting the robot on him when he fucking knocked him down. It was nasty stuff. But then you got people like Jax that don't want to see us win, right? Might be Cody No Job Garbrandt soon. I don't like that. That's not nice. Very, very rude. That's very rude of you. I don't like that at all. If Robobama comes out aggressive, Robobama. Now,
That's a
Dixon,
solid nickname.
wait just a minute. I'm going to get the knockout. It's coming in the second round. Brunno, you see, he likes to telegraph. It's pretty tough. And that's that. Robobama. Oh, and if Greg wins a decision, will you get a temporary tattoo of a sword over your eye like Cody Garbrandt? A temporary tattoo? Like a stick-on that goes away? I'll do that. I'll look like Roronoa Zoro from One Piece, which is exactly what Cody Garbrandt was trying to do. I promise you. Definitely felt that way. Better bantamweight championship performance: Cody Garbrandt versus Cruz, or Petr Yan versus Merab. I mean, Cody Garbrandt versus Cruz, because it was supposed to be very competitive and it was very one-sided. Petr Yan versus Merab was still pretty competitive. You know what I mean?
The
like,
flawlessness from Cody was just like, it was a different level. I mean, yeah.
Cheers to our favorite performances. If you're drinking, drink with us. If not, that's fine too. Either way, just like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell for notifications. And we appreciate the hell out of you guys.
And no, that's a solid point. I think Cody Garbrandt versus Dominick Cruz is definitely on that list for me as well. I was at B-Dubs watching that fight.
Kush, baby, don't hurt me no more. I mean, that's tough. Jax is right. Cody is 14-7 now. Was 11-0 when he got the belt. The Dom performance was awesome. I agree. You know, if you believe in like signing a deal with the devil so you can have the best performance of your life, that was probably it, right? Like, and then all the juice was gone after that. But I'm still excited for this fight. And I'll keep mine quick, and then I'll jump off my bar stool for you here, Pip. Long Xiao has taken some losses to journeyman fighters during his road to UFC run, as well as before that, right? Which for me raises some concerns. Like, if I did the math on all of the people that have beat Xiao Xiao in his MMA career. They have a combined record of, I believe, if memory serves me correct, the number was like 107-53. So like 500 fighters record, right? 50-50 on wins and losses, damn near. Or at least 50% of the losses that they have in wins. If you look at Cody Garbrandt's last, I think, 4 opponents that he's lost to, they have a combined record of like 97-32. So that tells me everything I need to know about this fight. One man has been fighting journeyman on his road to UFC, pun intended there. Meanwhile, Cody Garbrandt has spent his entire career, damn near, fighting the absolute upper echelon of bantamweight talent in the best promotion in the world, in the UFC. So even with Cody's ups and downs, and you know what? People can call him a glass cannon. People can say he's, chinny, chinny, bang, bang, and that's fine. But the competition he's faced is on another level, and you guys all have to agree with me on that. If Garbrandt fights composed, if he comes in here with the right mindset, and I mean, we know he has the skill set. He just needs the right fight IQ, the right mindset, the right game plan, and to use his speed and counters instead of brawling emotionally and just throwing caution to the wind. I think the veteran experience should show in this one, and I think we should get a Cody Garbrandt upset, baby. Let's get it. What do you think of Pip? And cheers, like Jimbo's old lady.
Yeah. No, but I like where your head's at, man. I am right there with you. But I mean, yeah, for the featured prelim of the night, and we've been agreeing a lot tonight. I'm liking the way this show's going. But yeah, for the featured prelim of the night, yeah, Cody Garbrandt versus Xiao. Cody Garbrandt's, I mean, he's a longtime vet coming off of, he is on a 2-fight losing streak, but I mean, he's a very sharp boxer and he always has a power threat. I don't think he's completely washed yet, but I don't think he's at that dominant cruise level that we were just talking about. He still has some nice outings, though. I mean, he's very fast on his feet. He's got some good low kicks as well. But I think he's just the better boxer here. Even technically, I think he's got the edge. Xiao, I mean, he hasn't shocked me much. He's decent, and he's not decent everywhere. He's kind of just more okay, and that's kind of just my opinion. I mean, he's coming a loss to Su Young-Hoo. He's a brawler. I mean, he's tough. He likes to be in your face and just kind of go after it, take one to land one kind of style of fighter. And I mean, I think that's kind of going to be a problem against Cody. The main thing I think he's got the age advantage. He's 1-2 in the UFC, but I think Cody is going to land more shots. I think he's going to be more effective in the pocket. I think he's going to look to be more of the technical striker, and I could really see Cody just landing a nasty overhand or a clean hook counter as Xiao rushes in. I'm looking forward to any time that I see no love in the octagon, but I'm definitely going with Cody, and I'm going to say knockout late in round 2. That's my prediction.
Let's go, bro. I love that. If you're going to take Cody decision, might as well take the unanimous. Every week, we've seen a bunch of fights that should have been split decisions are being scored unanimous on all cards, so take the extra money. Oh, I like that. I didn't even realize they have specific odds on unanimous versus split. I like that. Sounds like a Garbrandt Dober parlay. Ooh, I like where your head's at there, brother.
I take it Cody's probably the dog here too, isn't he?
He's definitely the dog, yeah. All 3 Codys are dogs.
We got another Cody.
Oh my God, I'm going to do a Cody parlay.
Your name's Cody.
I'm going to do a Cody triple play, bro. I'm putting a fifth of a unit on that shit right now. Yeah, Drew Dober. So let's see. We could do Drew Dober, Cody Garbrandt, money line. You put a half unit on that. So again, if you have $50 units, you put 25 on it, you get $93 back for that parlay. So we're going to put a half unit on that. But just because I'm a fucking true degenerate here, let's see here. We're going to look at what the specific knockout odds are and if it'll let me combine those props. So, Drew Dober by knockout. Let's see. Drew Dober by knockout is plus 180. That's not much juicier than the regular odds, but let's see what happens here. Let's see what the next one is. All right, and then we have Cody Garbrandt. I know him by knockout is going to be hopefully juicy odds. Cody by TKO plus 300.
Okay.
I love that. That's fantastic. Can I? Oh, I don't think it lets me parlay them together. All right, that's fine. I mean, if you just put 25 on Cody by knockout, that's $75 in your pocket. I'm gonna do a fifth of a unit on this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So again, if you have $50 units, that's $10. You make 30 back. I'm gonna go ahead and roll with that. Why the fuck not?
Proceed to checkout.
Proceed to checkout. And on that note, let's move into middleweight to talk about a man that used to fight at heavyweight. Did you know that? Dante Johnson used to be a heavyweight.
Yes, he did.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Now he's fighting little Cody Brundage. You got to think Cody doesn't hit that hard compared to these big boys. Oh, man. Cody. He's not, I feel like he pissed somebody off at the matchmaker's office. These guys are fucking just foul to this dude.
I like the way you said his name. You sound like a South Park character.
Cody Brundage. Fucking Cody. Man.
That's how I need you to do the whole breakdown. No, I'm just kidding.
Look, I have no notes on this fight, but stylistically, I lean towards Johnson. He's the bigger fighter. He's coming down, and Brundage, he's dangerous early, but with wrestling power. But Johnson, he's showing better composure.
No, Johnson's, he's big, he's strong, he's down to get the friction on. You know what's crazy? It's like, I feel like there are many elephants in the room I have to address here. Like, Cody has kind of always been little Cody at middleweight, right? And then you got Dante Johnson, who used to be big Dante. Now he's little Dante. Dantito, as they would call him in Spanish, I believe. Dante is significantly shorter than Cody Brundage. Is that right? I need to fact check this. This actually can't be right. Let me go to Next MMA and see what he has, because I actually can't believe that this is true. I should have done this fact checking before when I was making my notes, but let's see here. Where's the height and weight? Where does it say it on this one? I'm going to Tapology. Fucking A. Dante Johnson, Tapology.
Dante Johnson is 5'7", and Cody Brundage is 6 feet.
Okay, that's the stats that I had written down. I wrote them down. I did the research, but I just couldn't believe it. Like, I was about to say it out loud. Right? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. That's like when I was training at AKA, like when I was training all the time, I was like 155 to 165, bro. I was a little guy, right? Like, no offense, because I know you're fucking 125, but I was little and I was stacked. And I when I met Daniel Cormier like 2 weeks in and I took a picture with him, I was like, holy fuck, he's like my height and he fights at 265. or he was fighting at 205 at that time. But even then I was like, bro, what? You're fighting John Jones? He's a Jolly Green Giant compared to you, bro. Like, what are we even trying to do here? Dante used to fight at heavyweight.
Yeah. DC doesn't have that much reach either. I mean, he's got reach as like a flyweight too.
Bro, he's not equipped for heavyweight, bro. It's fucking wild to me that he did so well in heavyweight and light heavyweight. And Dante Johnson, I mean, the guy is undefeated. So he didn't get beat by the guys that were 265 pounds. That's insane to me, dude. Like, the math on this fighter is just simply not mathing at all for me. And that's why I got to take him. Like, he's going down 3 weight classes and fighting a larger guy. It's insane. But I genuinely think that because he is the way he is, he does have a solid sense of gravity. And he's got solid wrestling as well as the overall striking onslaught he presents. Like, the biggest threat across from him is the wrestling that Cody Brundage brings. Let's call a spade here. And I'm shorter than you, so I have an advantage on that. I can sprawl easier than you can shoot. You've got 5 extra inches to get from point A to point B than me, brother. That's like, to me, that's an insane advantage. And the dude used to be a heavyweight. I'm gonna repeat it 6 more times at least. I can't get over it. I'm gonna stop talking and put myself on mute. Pip, please just shut me up and tell the people who you have winning this fight.
Yeah, no, but great stat. I didn't even seem to fact check that for some reason. I didn't even take that into account. But yeah, I mean, Dante Jackson.
I fact checked it 3 times and I still couldn't read it out loud without looking it up again on a different site because I was like, this can't be real.
This can't be right. The measurements had to be off. No, but I mean, yeah, Dante Jackson. I mean, he's an undefeated prospect at 7-0. I mean, he's never been to decision. He's very explosive. He has good power.
Did you just call him Dante Jackson? That's racist.
Oh shit, my bad. I'm just gonna call him Jackson. Anyway, Jackson has good slams. He's actually.
You called him Jackson again?
I'm calling him Jackson. What the fuck is his name?
Commit to the bit, bro. It's Johnson, but commit to the bit, dude.
Oh, is it really Johnson? Oh shit, it is Johnson. You know what? It is Johnson. My bad.
This is gonna be the reddest I've ever turned on the fucking podcast, bro.
Anyway, fuck it. Yeah. Jackson
With one shot.
Good body kicks, good slams as well. Jackson's really well rounded. Definitely more of a KO artist, but he's coming off a submission win as well. Against Cody Brundage. I mean, he's coming off of a KO loss only a month ago to Cam Ralston. Cody does have a KO threat. He's a good wrestler as well when he needs to be offensively. He's got the experience. He can be a bit scrappy, not always a great attribute. And I think the chin can be a little questionable as well. And the cardio could be a little questionable as well. I think Jackson is, I think he's going to be too much for Cody Brundage. He's going to be able to weather the storm, and I think he's going to be able to handle the shots. I think, like you alluded to earlier, I mean, he's been in there at light heavyweight and heavyweight, so I think he could take the shots that are going to come back from him. I think Jackson is just going to be able to mix up the wrestling and end up getting the KO in round 1. That's what I got on Dante Jackson.
Jax, speaking of Jackson, said, I didn't see Dante at the family reunion. Grimy said, Dante got nice hair. What the fuck? Is that real? LOL? It is real. He definitely shampoos and conditions. Maybe he uses the same shampoo and conditioner as me. I use mane and tail. You know, the stuff for animals because there's no added preservatives. Sponsor me. Send it to me for free, guys. God, this was almost as much fun as the penis fight last week. Speaking of fun fights, we have a featherweight bout between the fact that my little sister has never texted me about my podcast ever, and she sent me a picture of me and you cackling about a fighter named Penis. And literally just sent the crying laughing emoji next to it is probably my favorite thing. Dude, Jimbo's old lady, you know what's up. Mane and tail is where it's at. Real recognizes real. I appreciate you. I think his shampoo is on a different aisle. Brother, come on. Sometimes they put it on the human aisle. Don't do me like that. I think it's only Walmart that puts it on the animal aisle. Which I do get it from when Target is out. One time I had Head and Shoulders in my shower. A girl asked me, why? You don't have dandruff? And I said, exactly.
That's the point, man. That's the point.
That's fucking incredible, bro. Why? You don't have dandruff? He said, exactly. Well, Melissa, that's a bit of the chicken or the egg conversation, isn't it? Oh, man. That's so good. That's so good, Grimy. With those kind of responses, Grimy is definitely someone I'd like to hang out with. Dude, I somehow knew you said it exactly like that. You're like, exactly. Oh, man. I was doing really good not coughing because of the sinus infection until I did the show, but the amount of laughter is not conducive to not coughing. So I apologize for coughing in your ears, and God forbid you're an audio-only listener. Actually, it's probably better for you. You don't have to look at my ugly mug. So I apologize for coughing in your ears if you're audio only. And video. All the same. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the featherweights, bud. We're talking about a Ricky Turcios and Alberto Montez. I mean, what a name. Right? Look, Ricky Turcios, win, lose, or draw, he's always exciting. Expect him to scream stuff like "Ooga booga" while he's throwing weird, unorthodox shit and fighting like a complete madman. But Montez is a very interesting matchup for him, right? He only has one professional loss. 6 of his wins are by submission, which is about 60% of his victories for those of you that are bad at math. And if Turcios gets too wild and chaotic, I could see Montez capitalizing on it and just basically locking something up, man. I could see it being something as simple as a key lock or as complex as a ninja choke. But I expect it to be a submission by way of Montez. But let me tell you, if there's one pick I'm not upset about getting wrong, actually, that's a lie. I'd be upset about many of these picks. So I'm just going to revoke that. No, if Ricky Turcios wins, I would not be mad. No, yeah. This is definitely the one pick I wouldn't mind getting wrong. The rest of them I'd be upset about. But Ricky Turcios, he's a fun cat. Like, if you ever watched it, did you watch Tough or no?
I watched a little bit of it. Yeah, I saw him when I was watching the some of the tape for Ricky again, just refreshing on everything. I did watch some of his Tough fights again.
Dude, if you want to get absolutely obliterated drunk, you should play a drinking game. And the only rule of the drinking game is if Ricky Turcios gets the mic, take a shot every time he says, "You feel me?" or "You know what I'm saying." You'll be 16 shots in if he gets a 30-second mic clip.
That's true. That's true.
My hands were flying, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Look. Every other word, he just slips it in. It's honestly incredible. Ricky Trailer Park Turcios. I'm a big fan of that. Is that his actual nickname? Stop.
No, it's not.
It should be. Oh, it's Pretty Ricky. That's right. Pretty Ricky. Big fan. He trains with Brian Battle, so that makes sense. Yeah, dude. I think that's who Brian got it from. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Look, I miss weight in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But I'm following my dreams. You feel me? And I came out here and I knew I was going to win this fight. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that's methed up. That's methed up, bro. I can't believe you'd say such a thing. Why would you say something so profound yet so brave? You know what I'm saying? Just... I need another shot after that discussion. That was incredible. That was fucking top tier stuff. Cheers to all of you guys and gals that are hanging out with us. We appreciate you. And if you know what I'm saying, do a shot with us. Cheers. You feel me? Yeah, Coke isn't for everyone. You might need to switch to something a little less harsh. Pip's got that fucking 1980 Coke. The real stuff in it. Stay in the camera so we can clip that. This is gonna rival Sterling's battle with Sprite.
Shit, I think I'm good. I just got fucking 10-8 by a Coca-Cola can. We're good.
Maybe the sinus infection is contagious digitally. Got my man coughing over here.
Started coughing? Fuck. Now it's all green and shit.
I fake coughed and it made me real cough. I had to mute myself. So yeah, how do you see this Ricky Turcios Pretty Ricky fight going, Pip?
I bet. Yeah.
Pip loves that burn you get from Coke. You know the drip.
You know what it is, Grivey. Anyway, now that I'm back to life here, I mean, yeah, pretty Ricky. I mean, he's always a fun fighter. I mean, trying to rebound from a 2-fight losing streak. He always just brings chaos. He's got a good chin. He's able to take punishment for the type of style that he does have. It's almost uncalculated chaos when he gets in there. He's more of a brawler. He can grapple a little bit, but it's definitely not a strong suit. Montez is making his UFC debut. He's coming off a win in Dana White Contender Series where he just snatched up the Anaconda. I mean, this dude is pretty sharp everywhere. But definitely looking for the submission. He can strike as well. I mean, he's got nice right hands, decent kick game as well. Good question mark kicks and leg kicks to kind of add to that. I mean, explosive on the feet. He can land some good double legs as well. I mean, once you're on the ground, he's usually looking for the finish. And I think that's where he's going to excel. I mean, Ricky's best chance, I think, is going to be to pressure him, kind of put Alberto on the back foot and unload. But I think Alberto is going to be able to hang in the striking. And then I think he'll be able to explode his takedowns as well while Ricky's pressing forward, eventually snatch the neck. So give me Alberto by fourth round or a fourth anaconda choke in the second round.
I love that. I love that. The specific choke. I mean, coming for my job right now, Pip, or at least coming for Nanos. With that being said, let's go on down into the Pip weight, boys, as I like to call them, aka the flyweights, 125ers. You know what I'm saying? Flex hard, baby. We got a Cody Durden. We got the third Cody of the night, folks. Cody Durden coming in against. You know what, Pip? Can you pronounce this name for me, please?
Oh yeah, you ready for this? He's coming in against Nanjarango Termadembril. How's that?
That was fucking incredible. Niam Jargal Tumendemberol.
Fuck.
But you were very good. You were very good. Honestly, like Sterling would be very proud. WMC, what's up, brother?
What's up, Westy?
Hey, boys. I'm late AF. Hope the stream's been awesome. I'm kind of distracted. You know, it was great, but now it's awesome now that you're here. You know what I'm saying? Pip, when are you going to do a fight companion?
I have no idea.
Well, I'll tell you this. My old lady's out of town. She's been out of town for the last 4 days, and she comes back tomorrow, so I will not be doing a fight companion this weekend. But the next time I do, it might just be me and Pip. And if you boys are down to join the chat, we'll make that happen sooner rather than later. Can't be this weekend. Can't be next weekend because I'm driving up to San Jose to watch the fights with my boy for his birthday. And the homie Drew I just referenced is going to be there as well. So that'll be a good time. But yeah, confidence is key, Pip. Confidence is key, Pip. Listen to Jimbo's old lady. I feel like she's a very smart one.
Yeah, shout out.
Niam Jargal Tumendembrol, the GOAT. Chris Cushman knows what's up. Let's go, brother. You even got the spelling right. I respect it.
The fact that he spelled that correctly is what's impressive to me.
Now, I got to tell you, I made a joke about this, but now I feel like it actually has to be done, Pip. Do I think it's going to hit? I'll tell you right now, I've got a 0.5% confidence rate. Speaking of confidence is key. Sorry, Jimbo, old lady. Don't mean to let you down. But confidence is not key in this one. But fun is at an all-time high. We're doing the triple Cody parlay. Again, if your units are $50, a fifth of a unit would be $10, right? Cody Brundage, Cody Garbrandt, Cody Durden. You put $10 on this, you get $384.80 back. This is going to be the dumbest fifth of a unit I've ever spent. So one more time, $10 gets you $384 back. $1 gets you $38.48 back. $5 gets you $192.40 back. And if you're a fucking real crazy degenerate, $50 gets you $1,924 even. It's the triple C parlay. It's the triple C parlay, bro. Come on, we're not doing 50, but we're doing a fifth of a unit on this. It just makes sense, and if it makes dollars, it makes sense. You know what they say. I steamrolled through Ricky Tercios, Ooga Booga, in the last one. So tell the people how you feel about Niam Jargal Tumendemberov versus Cody Durden. If you don't feel confident saying the name, you could just say NT.
NT. I'm going to give it a shout. I mean, we're this far in it. But no, I mean, Cody Durden, I'm going to start it out already, versus Namajargal Termendemberl. How was that? Huh? Better than the last time? Yeah,
it was great.
All right, Cody Durden.
End it with all, like the word all. Termendemberl.
Termendemberl.
Fucking brilliant.
Got it. Cody Durden has, he's looked great, or hasn't looked great in his last. I mean, he's 1-4 in his last 5. His last 3, he's lost via submission, KO, and the decision. So, I mean, he's 34 years old. He's 6-7-1 in the UFC. And Durden,
6-7.
Whatever the fuck that means, but yeah, Durden, he's looked a lot better a few years ago. He's taken a lot of damage in his fight. He's very aggressive, more of a boxing style. He's got some takedowns once the striking stops working. But versus Termendemberl, who's 27, he's 9-1. His nickname is Art of the Knockout, but this guy is a submission specialist. I mean, he has a judo and a very good judo. And sambo base. I mean, nasty when he takes your back. He's got a solid choke. If you get your neck, you're kind of you got to start thinking about your next fight. That's really all it is. Maybe not the best takedown defense, but still able to save himself. He's got very decent striking, very fast and precise. But I'm going with Namajargal Termendemberl, but by submission. I think he's going to be better than Cody. I can see him. I think Cody's just a little bit more weathered at this point. I can see Cody shooting in sloppy again, maybe in the later rounds, and then NT catching his neck. I think Cody is going to come out strong, creates a lot of chaos, but I think Termendemberl has the ability to handle that style. So give me, just for fun measure one more time, give me Namajargal Termendemberl by submission in the 3rd round.
I feel like you're drinking whiskey right now because it just got consecutively worse every time you said it.
You'll never know, brother. You'll never know.
In that last stretch, what's mixed? What's in that Coke can, brother?
Nothing,
he hit us with that Lil Wayne. Is in my cup. Don't ask what's in my cup. Oh man. Can we just talk about something very quickly? Namajargal Termendemberl is nicknamed the Art of Knockout. Yeah. He has just 2 knockouts in his pro career and 6 submissions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's interesting, right? Jimbo's old lady. I'm going for Durden as well, but I'm not picking him. Well, technically, I guess I am because I put that bet in. And I'm not betting on Termendemberl, so fuck me, right? What an interesting dichotomy of what's happening right now. Look, Durden's path to victory. It's clear here. It's wrestling, right? He likes to shoot early and often. He likes to control fights with top pressure. But Termendemberl, he's explosive. He carries real knockout power, even though he only has 2. He hurts people and then submits them. If he can defend the early takedowns, even just a few of them, and keep the fight standing, I think his striking could become a serious problem. I see him rocking Cody early on and then getting a submission win over him. But hey, here's to hoping I'm wrong. So that bet cashes. You know what I'm saying? We always want that bet to cash. We'll see if it happens. Folks. With that, we are done with the prelims. Let's go into the early prelims, to the feature early prelim between Mudaerji and Jesus Aguilar. If you don't know who Mudaerji is, you might remember him from one of the craziest comeback fights you'll ever see in your entire life. If you don't know, download UFC Fight Pass or Paramount Plus and go watch it. It was Matt Danger Schnell from Poster City, Louisiana. Shout out. That's where I go visit my mom. Coming in against Mudaerji. And I've watched Matt Schnell since the MTV Caged days. And again, if you haven't watched it, find a place to stream it illegally because I don't think it's available legally anymore. He got dropped like fucking 12 times in that fight and rocked even more. I thought the ref could have called it at least 3 times. And instead, my boy, Louisiana Stud, rose to victory. He ended up coming out with a triangle choke from the bottom and just put his opponent to sleep. But Mudaerji is a fucking stud. Like, this guy throws hammers. He's got a almost a Wing Chun style, the way that he throws his jab. He doesn't turn it over at all. He just flicks it out there very quickly. It leaves an opening, right? I always tell people who have never trained, right? If you throw a jab like this, you can see what my shoulder does, right? So if I throw a jab here, it's very quick. If I turn it over, right? This is a partial turnover, so I'm here. You can see what my shoulder does differently, right? It raises a little bit. Now, if you go to a real boxing gym or a real Thai boxing gym, they'll teach you that this isn't a turnover. This is a partial turnover. This is a turnover. And you'll see the difference right here. So here, this is open all day. Here, good luck, kid. You can barely hear me because I'm blocking that shit. So again, you can see a partial turnover versus a full turnover. There are benefits and detriments to both, right? Pros and cons. The benefit of this versus this is this gets here a lot quicker. Versus this, I have to turn over, right? I've obviously trained this a lot more, so this is probably faster for me. Probably not a great depiction of it on camera, but I digress. When you don't turn that over, you leave a lot of openings. So that's kind of the only real hope I see for a Jesus Aguilar to land is in those types of Wing Chun openings where he's throwing very quick, not turned over punches. He's not raising his shoulder. He's going to eat those hooks. Jesus likes to throw a lot of straight shots though, so I don't really see him landing on that, and that's why I'm picking Mudaerji in this. He's one of the longest flyweights in the division. His striking is extremely dangerous because of that Wing Chun style. He's very fast, and when he can keep fights at range, that speed pays dividends for him. Aguilar's probably going to try and close the distance and initiate grappling exchanges. That's where he excels. But if Mudaerji manages distance properly and uses his kicks and straight Wing Chun style punches, I think he should be able to keep Aguilar from getting on the inside and dictate the pace of the fight and just kind of edge his way to a victory. I'm going with Mudaerji in this one. I don't know that he gets it done inside the distance, but I'd probably pick a money line. I don't know what the odds are. I'll look at that while you're giving your breakdown.
Fair enough. Yeah, but I mean, another match where we've got a kind of a striker versus grappler, and I love MMAnomaly Show. He put an instant classic on, like you said, with Matt Schnell, and ever since that, he's just always been a fun fighter to watch. I mean, he's riding a 2-fight win streak. He's got grit. He's got a serious chin. Has some serious power in his hands as well. Out of 18 wins, 11 of them are finishes. I mean, sharp, straight left hand, very good kick game as well, and he showcased that in his last performance against Kevin Borralho. A good leg kick, spinning wheel kicks, just fast, snappy kicks to keep his opponent at range. But there's a clear disadvantage in the grappling, and he's shown more urgency to get back to his feet recently. But we've got Jesus as well. I mean, he's got some power in his hands. He's got good low kicks. He's got a good double leg, a decent submission game as well. So he's very heavy pressure, especially when he's on the ground. But sometimes he can blitz in a little recklessly, and there's a big height and reach advantage here. Su has an impressive 9.5-inch reach here and a 4-inch height advantage. So, I mean, I think that range, like you said, it's going to be a real problem here. I think Jesus is going to get caught blitzing in. If Jesus lands the takedown, I trust the ability that Su is going to be able to get back up to his feet. Just kind of do some odd scrambles, be able to just kind of pick him apart at distance and catch him rushing in. So give me Mudaerji by KO in round 2.
I like the finish prop on that. Let's see what that looks like, because Mudaerji is a minus 230 favorite, but let's see what he is inside the distance. Minus 130 inside the distance, and if we pick him by knockout specifically, he is... Oh. How about this prop, Pip? Either fighter to win by KO, TKO, or DQ, plus 245.
Oh, wait, you say either fighter?
Either fight. I've never seen that. I love Bet Online. I'm going to put a unit on that.
I say do it. Yeah, I say do it.
Yeah. You put one unit on that. If your units are $50, that's 122 back. If your units are 25, that's 61.25 back. If your units are $10, that's 24.50 back. Yeah. I put a unit on that right away. That's a fun prop. Wow. I'm gonna start looking out for that one. That's a very fun prop. My goodness. With that, we move into the light heavyweight division for a fight between Rafael Tobias and Diyar Nurgozhay. Pip, what do you think about this one? How do you see this one shaking out, man?
Yeah, I mean, Rafael, he's a 22-year-old prospect coming off a win on the Dana White Contender Series. He's 14-1. He's got a good ground game. He's got a bit of power as well. He's not the greatest striker. He has a problem kind of just standing in front of you, and I think that's where Nurgozhay is going to have the advantage. He's a Greco-Roman wrestler. He's got good top pressure as well. Kind of one of those guys that just really wears on you, and he's got a really good head kick, and I think that's going to be a problem if he's just standing right in front of you. So I mean, I think he's also kind of got a little bit more of the striking advantage here. Tobias might be able to edge this one out, but it's not a fight that I'm betting on. I could see Tobias kind of just maybe going to the legs, kind of trying to smash his way to the victory and getting the submission. But I could also see Nurgozhay just kind of landing, a bombshell early, putting him away. With the way that Tobias just kind of stands in front of you, that's the one thing that I don't like. So I think I'm going to have to go with Nurgozhay by doing it somehow in the second round, either rocking him, catching him with a submission, or catching him with a nasty head kick. But I'm going with Nurgozhay.
I like where your head's at, man. I like Diyar Nurgozhay in this one as well. He's very explosive, and he's got real finishing instincts when it comes down to it. He throws heavy straight shots. The kicks, as you noted, are very, very strong at range. And when he smells blood, he's like a shark in the water. He tends to pour on the pressure very quickly. Rafael Tobias is aggressive and willing to trade, but that could actually play right into Nurgozhay's strengths, as you said, Pip. Nurgozhay does his best work when opponents are standing in front of him and willing to exchange. Technically, the big advantage here is Nurgozhay's power and timing on the counter. I think if Tobias comes forward recklessly, Nurgozhay has the kind of power that can shut the lights off anywhere the fight takes place in one shot. If he manages distance early and picks his spots, I think Nurgozhay eventually catches Tobias in an exchange. So, just as you said, give me Diyar Nurgozhay, likely by knockout. Let me look at the odds here on this one, because I think Nurgozhay is actually a underdog. He's a plus 155 dog. Let's see what he is inside the distance.
I like the dog picks this week, man.
Yeah, big fan. Let's see. To win inside the distance, 225 on Diyar Nurgozhay for inside the distance. So again, if your units are $50, you do a fifth of a unit on that, you get $22.50 back. I'm gonna do a fifth of a unit on that.
Drop it.
Yeah, not the craziest confidence bet, but I do feel like it's more of a probability than not. We got 2 fights left here, folks. Let's go into the featherweight division for Jeong coming in against Gaston Bolanos. Bolanos, look at the rhythm take you, Bolanos. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
I like it.
Oh man. I embarrassed myself.
For the opera, folks.
Bolanos, he's a pretty skilled striker, right? He's got a kickboxing background. He showcases it very often, or as often as he's allowed to. But Lee is extremely well-rounded. He's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. He mixes his striking with his wrestling very efficiently. And I think if Lee can blend together the grappling and the pressure striking, the versatility could really prove to be the difference here. We've seen Gaston Bolanos struggle with strong grapplers in the past and people that just are pressure forward fighters. So I think that's going to be more the case than not in this one. And that's why I'm taking Lee, or rather Jeong in this one. Pip, how do you see this one playing out, brother?
I don't think we've disagreed on a single pick tonight. And even the ones that we disagree with, you want my picks to be right.
Facts.
I like the way this is going. I like where your head's at. But yeah, no, I mean.
It's been a fun show. It's been a fun show, kid.
It has. Gaston versus Jeong Lee. Gaston is a former Bellator fighter at 8-5, coming off a loss. Gaston has more of that Muay Thai style. He's got good low kicks, some spinning elbows, but there's a weakness in the grappling as well. I mean, he has some questionable durability. Jeong is on a 2-fight losing streak. He's a very fast twitch fighter, very explosive. He likes to get you against the fence, throw a lot of looping punches. He's got decent power in his hands as well. I mean, he really digs to the body when he's in the clinch. and has a decent grappling game as well, like you said. I mean, three wins by arm bars. Has a good amount of experience as well. Just a former road to FC champion. This fight is another one that I don't know if I'm going to bet on, but I think it's going to be a slugfest. I mean, both these guys are willing to engage, but I think ultimately I have to favor Lee. I think he just got more tools in the belt, and I think that's kind of my only reason. I'm confident that there are more ways for Lee to win this fight, but I'm even going to say Lee by KO in round 1.
Something my dad taught me, being in the construction industry, is that a poor carpenter blames his tools, but a great carpenter can build something out of nothing. And Lee has both, right? Like, he's a better carpenter and he's got a much vaster tool set. So I agree with you in every facet, man. We're both going Lee on this one. I think he gets it done. I wouldn't be surprised 100%. If it's inside the distance, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it's a very, very much unanimous decision on this one. And with that, we move into the final fight that's happening of the evening. It's a light heavyweight bout between Luke Fernandez and Rodolfo Bellato. My gosh, Rodolfo Bellato is just a frustrating guy, huh? But before I get into it, Pip, tell the people how you feel about this one.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first fight of the night. We got Fernandez. I mean, he's a 30-year-old prospect. He's coming off of a nasty 15-second KO win in Dana White Contender Series. He's undefeated, 6 fights with 5 finishes. I mean, he's got power. He's super fast for a light heavyweight. He's got a nasty left hook as well with one-shot power. Decent grappler as well. I mean, he's got a solid double leg and just relentless when he gets on top of you. Get good knees in the clinch. I honestly think this guy could potentially be a real problem. He's very well-rounded. Against Rodolfo, he's kind of the worldest UFC run right now. He's got 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. I mean, this guy he's got a handful of experience at this point, as well as an Oscar-winning actor, as we saw in the Paul Craig fight. He's got more of that brawler style where he just kind of likes to get in close. He does have good elbows and knees in the clinch. And if he can drag you down or get a good trip, I mean, he'll land some good shots from the top. This is a fight the matchmakers, I kind of think they did this one well. I think this will be really fun. It's an intriguing prospect against Bellato, who's fairly durable and has some experience in there. Just kind of a good test to see if Luke is ready at this level. Other than that, I mean, that's really all that Bellato has. I mean, he's fairly slow. He doesn't keep his hands where they need to be, and I think Luke is going to have the speed advantage here. I think he's going to have an edge in the boxing, a lot of success down the middle, and blitz in and just unleash some heavy shots on the fence. I think Luke is I think this is another one where I'm going Luke by getting a KO in the first round. What do you got on this one, Uncle Olin?
Yeah, man. This is going to be a closely contested fight, but I agree with you. I think Luke is going to take this one. Bellato tends to fight very aggressively early on, which can make him dangerous, but also very vulnerable. Fernandez is the much more patient and well thought out fighter in there. He's shown that he can capitalize on these types of openings. And if Bellato gets relentless in there, Fernandez is going to end up landing something big. I could see him getting a knockout on this due to that. But call me crazy. Am I a psychotic person here? Am I a true degenerate because I'm thinking this? Bellato gets these weird DQ wins. He does. And right now it's plus 600 for him to get a TKO, KO, or DQ win. I almost feel like a fifth of a unit on that is not crazy. He could feign an eye poke and get a DQ win.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, you saw it with the Paul Craig fight when he did the up kick and he like essentially fell back like he got knocked out and then jolted awake. Like, I'm back up. I'm back.
He looked up at the ref and then he fell back. Like, it was the most fake dramatic shit I've ever seen in my life. He's a good actor. Bellato with the quadruple single shades of Draymond Green. That's funny as hell. Jax, what do you think of that DQ bet? What do you think, bud? And Pip, before we call it a show, just because I'm that guy, I want to talk about the fight that was supposed to happen that got canceled and how you would have seen it playing out, just in case we get it again. Because it'll be fun food for thought to look back on whenever we do the breakdown when it does get rescheduled. So we were supposed to get Renato Money Moicano against Brian T City Ortega in this. Like, genuinely, how do you think that would have gone? Like, I'll be honest. I'll go first to give you a second to think about it, because I know I pulled the rug out here a little bit. Renato has improved significantly every time we've seen him out there. As long as your name is not Islam Makhachev, right? He hasn't looked silly. Brian Ortega has looked silly against a number of people here recently. And, like, he's even been submitted by the striker in one of those recent matches. So, for me, I would have taken Renato Money Moicano in this one all day, because I think if it goes to the mat, it's a pretty even match. Hinato's equally as good as Brian on the mat. Maybe Brian has a better triangle with the nickname T-City, but that might be it. And on the feet, I think Renato beats him in spades. So I would have definitely bet Renato, and I think I probably would have gotten him at dog odds on this. How would you have seen this one playing out had it taken place, Pip?
Yeah, I think I'm kind of on the same boat with you, and I think my sole reasoning behind it is just I think Moicano is just a little bit, he's a little bit more well-rounded, just kind of everywhere. I think the submissions is probably where it'll be similar. I think Moicano's got better like wrestling abilities. I think he's better in the clinch, and I think he's a way better striker than Ortega. And you're kind of right about that. I mean, Moicano has looked fairly decent against everybody if your name isn't Islam, and Ortega really hasn't been. I mean, he's not on that run that he was before he fought, Brian, or when he fought Volkanovski and Max Holloway. Like, I don't think he's that guy anymore. He's slowed down a lot drastically. I mean, he's 35 years old now, and Moicano has just kind of looked good. I mean, I know he's still older. I think he's 36 years old, but I mean, overall, he's looked fairly good. And as well, this fight was supposed to be at lightweight, right?
Yeah. Lightweight.
Yeah, so that would mean Ortega's jumping up, so I think he'd be the little guy too. I don't think I'm gonna pull this up, but the stats look like 72 inch reach for Moicano, and then Ortega's got a 69 inch reach. He's got a 2 inch height advantage as well. I definitely see Moicano being able to just kind of to edge that one out. I think it would just kind of be more of the same from what we saw in the Volkanovski fight. I could just see him kind of putting him on his back, landing some nasty ground and pound, but I think Moicano gets it done at the end of the day.
I mean, Jack's with the facts here, saying I don't think Ortega wants to do MMA anymore, and it shows. I mean, I wish I had a sound clip of the so I could do the voiceover and say Brian Ortega had a choice and he said no.
But I mean, that's a solid point. I mean, he just looks like he wants to quit in a lot of his fights. He's ready to throw in the towel.
Dude, Tracy Cortez left him, and so did that fire. God damn.
It's fucked up.
You're out. Strike 3. Oh man. It's true. Unfortunately, it's true. It's like a Metallica song. It's sad but true. These things happen. He's also done with going to train and shadowboxing and push-ups. Jax. Oh man. That's incredible. You are the weakest link. Wow. You're not wrong though, bro.
Things. Drink your juice and do your push-ups.
Brian is done with cutting weight type shit. I mean, he's done with all type MMA shit, bro. He doesn't go to the gym. He doesn't do anything. The only thing that made him really good was his BJJ. I don't think he even trains that anymore, right? But there's got to be something very demeaning to fighting a grown man in the cage and him in the middle of the fight telling you how to guard your face. Hey, bud, this is what you want to do with your hands. I don't know if your coach has ever taught you this, but hey, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, this hand's going to go here, and it's going to cover your face.
So that way when I do this, you block. Like a good boxing coach would tell you an analogy or something like comb the hair.
You know what was wild? He actually started blocking, too, after Holloway did that shit.
He did.
It stuck. The shit stuck.
Hey, those types of lessons definitely stick. I don't know if I've told you this story, but long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Mary paid for me to get into a seminar with Dwayne Bang Ludwig while he was at the height of training everybody, like teaching Dillashaw and such. And he came out, he was going to do 2 hours. And my guy, I'm there. I end up getting paired against the only other guy that's in this seminar that also trains at AKA the same time I'm training at AKA. We've never met each other because he goes AM, I go PM. But he made fun of us 3 times. He's like, these guys are sweating more than anybody in the fucking class. Which either means that they're working way too fucking hard or you guys ain't working hard enough. Which was hilarious. They put me on their website, me and a picture of that guy working shit with Dwayne pointing to us. It was sick.
That's cool. That's cool.
But the reason I'm telling this story is because he was teaching us crazy combos, Pip. Like 9-shot combos with multiple pivots and step outs and shit and angle cuts. And it's a lot to remember. I'm like an hour and 30 minutes in. I'm fucking gas tired. And this motherfucker's teaching me a 9-step combo I've never ran in my life. So I'm drilling it, and he walks up, and he's like, run that shit again, ninja. And I'm like, me? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay. And so I run it again, and I guess as I stepped out on like the 4th shot, my hand dropped, which is a thing that I said about one of the fighters earlier, dropping his hands when he comes in. So as I stepped out, my hands dropped. This motherfucker was wearing like a fucking, like, it looked like a fucking NFL championship ring. Thing was fucking thick. And he went, and bro, wrong my shit. I had a fucking black eye forming within seconds, bro. I'm all, poo! And I'm all, what? I look at him like, what the fuck? He's like, hands up, motherfucker. Run it again. I ran it again. My hands didn't drop for the rest of that fucking class. I was laser beams, bro. I was there. You know what I mean? Like, I was terrified that this motherfucker was going to come and assault me again. And then right after we hit 2 hours, I'm like, sweet relief, I can breathe. He's like, my flight just got delayed 2 hours. You ninjas want to go an extra hour? And I'm like, yeah. Fuck. My homie drove up 3 hours to watch the fights with me. I'm like, Mike, I'm going to be late. This guy wants to stay an extra hour. He's like, let's go.
Yeah, I learned that lesson very fast. My first boxing gym that I ever went to, I was training Muay Thai and BJJ for a while. Then I went over to boxing. And I had like, there was 3 coaches there, but there was like an 80-year-old and he did like stuff for like Golden Gloves and stuff like that. So he was just like OG boxer.
My dad was Golden Gloves.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. We would sit there and hit the mitts and whatnot. I dropped my hand one time. He's the hardest guy that's ever punched me before and just bam!
Smack your shit, bro.
And I got rock snot came out my nose.
with the focus mitt on, it just reverberates.
I'll keep it. I'll keep him up. I'm sorry, Pat. That was his name. I'm sorry, Pat.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that would be a hard no for me, dog. Bro, when Dwayne Ludwig slaps you across the face, what the fuck are you gonna do? You're gonna fight him? That guy's gonna fucking murder you, dog. That shit was, no. But again, I learned very, very quickly. So quickly. It's like when I learned to wear a cup. I went to like 17 sparring matches, like sparring hours without wearing a cup. And then I went against a 4-time Muay Thai fucking national guy. And he kicked me 3 times in the nuts by accident while we were both throwing kicks at the same time. And I pivoted out. And my fucking guy, I thought, I mean, it's probably why I don't have children. If I'm being honest, it never will. I think I'm connecting the dots here because he destroyed the dots, 2 of them to be exact. Yeah, I literally left sparring that day, and I before I drove home, I bought a cup, and I wore it every sparring after that because that was a very, very hard lesson to learn. It was not fun.
It don't feel good getting kicked with a cup on. I've never gone to training,
but at least it hurts them too, and then they don't do it again.
It does, but you
don't have to heat 3 of them.
Yeah, with the cup, and I'm like, I couldn't imagine how that would feel if I didn't. I don't think I'd have nuts.
I'll send you a picture after we get off the stream of the guy that did it. I have a picture of him from training.
All right.
And you're gonna be like, oh god, like look at the size of this fucking guy's legs. He got tree trunks for legs, bro. They were. I think about those kicks more often than I should. WMC said, sorry I'm not in top form tonight. Appreciate the show. Enjoy listening to you boys. We appreciate you being here, brother. No matter what form you're in. Bestie. You're always top form, my boy, WMC. Salute, fellas. Wells 2 and J, my guy. Let's go. And then WMC dropping the link. Who's this cat? Just subbed. Let's go. That's me, mate. Yeah, it is. Me, mate. Appreciate you, Wells. Oh, man. Well, that's one way to get a vasectomy. It was free. Well, actually, it was $155 a month. Unlimited. And access to the gray room. It actually happened in the gray room. It's funny. I don't know if you believe in superstitions, but like if you've ever trained at a gym and they have like multiple sparring rooms or multiple training rooms, you know, the big red room they always show on Embedded when any fighter's training out of AKA with like Javier Mendez, could be Daniel Cormier on the wall and stuff. Yeah. Kane, that like all of my best sparring sessions were there. Every single one of them. When the pros were training there and we'd have to shuffle upstairs to the gray room, I would get my fucking shit wrecked, bro. Every time. Like, I think it only happened like 4 or 5 times. But across that hour, it didn't seem to matter who I got paired against, because like Tomas was a real masochist. He'd make us switch sparring partners every 5 minutes. And it had to be someone you hadn't sparred with that day. So it didn't matter weight classes. Like Harvard, who's fucking 6'5", was wrecking my shit. That was the room I was in when I came close to being knocked out. 3 head kicks back to back from a Harvard 4-year wrestler who was there to work on his striking. Yeah, tough stuff.
I don't know if I ever told the story on the stream or not, but the first time, like the worst time that I ever got rocked, I was sitting there training, and I was technically had a fight lined up in Indiana, so I was sitting there training for it. And I got hit with I think I got hit with a question mark kick or something goofy. And my coach walks over to me and he goes, where are you? And I say, Sons of Siam. Sons of Siam was a gym I had left 3 years ago and then came back. I came back and he goes, no, just say Indiana. I said, Kentucky, Indiana. I'm here in Indiana.
Oh, bro.
He was trying to train me if I got rocked, say where I'm at so I don't get disqualified or whatever. And I said Sons of Siam. I got knocked back just fucking like 5 years ago. It was terrible.
Dude. Yeah, it happens. It definitely happens. For me, like I the best way I can describe it is he hit me with 2 same side head kicks. And so I didn't block it. I'm like, this motherfucker. And like when I came down with the second one, he hit me and he'd wrecked me with body kicks for the first like 3 minutes. So he just went bap, bap. Same side lead head kick. And as soon as I like got privy to it, I put this hand up. I did this. And as soon as I did this, he did a fucking jumping switch kick and came through the other side and just fucking smacked my shit. And again, best way I can describe it is I did this and I fucking ate one. And it felt like some little kid ran into the room and started flickering the lights on and off. Like everything went black and then I'd see over and over again. And he's like, oh, he realized, he's like, oh, fuck, I came through pretty hard with that one. I was like, yeah, you did. I was like, you see that crazy guy on the heavy bag over there? He's looking for a partner. And I think he wants you. I'm going to sit this one out. That's the only time I ever walked away from sparring. I was very close to being knocked out. I was certainly concussed. It was one of those days where I sat in the car and smoked for 15 minutes before I drove home. You know, I needed to get my mind right. I need to recollect myself a little bit, shake the nausea that I was feeling from the concussion that was imminent. Yeah. Getting kicked in the bollocks is not fun. It's definitely not fun. Put Pip's channel in the description next time. I definitely will. This was a last minute scramble. And I appreciate Pip for being flexible. And I'll add it to the description right after we wrap up. Who you guys got, Font or Chiwiwis? Well, as much as I love Chiwiwis, I'm going with the best jab in MMA, my guy. I'm going with Hobby Fanch, Rob Font. Yep. I think he gets it done, and I would not be surprised if he got it done inside the distance. I wonder if that's one that has that either fighter to win inside the distance prop. Because that's a fun prop for that one.
That is a fun. I think that is going to be a fun fight either way. It's definitely going to be a different style of matchups, but I'm going with Rob Font too. But I'm going Rob Font by decision.
Let's see. Going Rob by decision. Either fighter to win by submission is plus 395. either fighter to win by TKO, KO, or DQ is plus 335. I'm going to double down on that.
Odds are the same for Raul Rosa to get a submission compared to Rob Font getting a submission.
It's crazy to me.
That doesn't make any sense.
Plus 335 for either fighter.
Yeah. You know what Rose is trying to do, right? Like,
I just do a fifth of a unit on both of those. Because I think the fight is inside the distance. And Wells, if you're right, I just padded my first bet. Like, that'll cover that one. and then some. So yeah, folks, that's it. Them's the breaks. That's all the fights. Hopefully we'll have Pip back for the reactions and recap. And again, as soon as we end the stream, once the outro wraps up, refresh it. Talking to you, Dix Insider, WMC, fucking Grimy, Jax, Wales. Refresh the stream. Hit the like button if you haven't already done that. And leave a comment. Let us know who your biggest bets are. What you're betting on them. We'd love to tell you so we can win together. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe. Smash that bell for notifications. And we can't wait to see you next time. But if you do nothing we've asked you to do, nothing at all, that's okay too. As long as you do these last two things, we ask that you keep on going and you keep on growing. And we actually really hope that we see you next time.
You've been listening to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. As you may have been able to tell, we dig the MMA, and our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMAnomaly. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.